This is the mayor of Mgtow. We are back visiting my bitch at Hermosa Beach, killing a little time at the pier before I go visit her. And I got a fucked up story to share with you guys, and it's pretty messed up, but it's also ends in a has a great ending. And this inspired this next video, which I want to call Helping Non-Mgtow. Anyway, this is what happened. Yesterday, I'm having lunch at there's a restaurant. They have them in California. I don't know where else. It's called El Pollo Loco. So I'm just going to have some chicken. And they all looked about college age. There were three girls and one guy, and they were sitting sort of next to me. It was kind of crowded, so you know, I could overhear certain things. And I was really infuriated when I heard the conversation that was going on when the young man went to the bathroom. This young man had purchased one of these ladies. He was interested in marrying her, but they were, I guess, young and not ready. He had purchased this young lady a promise ring, and he was clearly in love. He was simping, you know. And guess what the conversation was like when this young man, this gentleman, went into the restroom. Here's the basic gist of the conversation. These three bitches were making fun of him and basically talking about like what a sucker he was for buying her this promise ring. And I guess he had spent a decent amount of money on this promise ring, and at least decent amount for you know, a college age kid or whatever. And they're laughing at him. They're making fun of him. Oh, what a sucker! Da, da, da. Oh, I'll never marry him. You know, I'm stringing him along, and you know, basically simping to the max. So I'll tell you what I did, gentlemen. Instead of being like every other fucking dude, non-Mgtow, who would go and do nothing, you know, I stood by my fellow man. I went into that just like a bitch would do. Except I went in there, I went into the bathroom, and I told him about this conversation. I said, "Are you looking to marry one of these ladies you're with?" Yeah. I told him, I said, "Well, she's talking trash about you." And I said, "Did you get her a promise ring?" He says, "Yeah." And I said, "They're talking trash about you. And they're talking about, she's saying how she doesn't plan to marry you, and she's just taking you for a ride and all this shit, and I think you deserve to know that." And then I told him about Mgtow. I told him about the dangers of marriage, and I told him that this is typical of women these days. And I said, "You can just keep this to yourself and file this. You know, I don't, you know, you don't know me, I don't know you, I don't expect it to necessarily change things." But I told him to check out Mgtow and on YouTube and on the internet. And I told him that I had his back as a fellow man. He was kind of tripped out over the whole thing, didn't know what to make of it, but he knew that I was telling the truth because I had enough details and I knew about the promise ring. So he was highly appreciative of that, and he said he will now after that I went back to go finish my meal, and before they were joking around, and now it was very quiet after he sat down, and then they finally left. But it was very interesting how, you know, one little thing like that, one little action could maybe change this guy's life. And maybe if he decided, or she changed her mind, decided to be the toxic person that would lock this guy down, maybe it made a difference. You know, maybe it made a difference in this young man's life. So you never know. But the basic gist of it is that you want to help your fellow man, even if they're not Mgtow. And that was a way that I could introduce them, introduce him to the concept, to the movement. I know some of you guys, you don't want to call it a movement. Fuck it, I'm going to call it a movement, because to me, movement represents moving forward. You know, you can say it's a philosophy, it's an idea or whatever, but people just sit around and they talk about philosophies and they think about ideas. But when it's a movement, they actually fucking take action. At least that's my opinion. So I'm going to refer to it as a movement. But anyway, man, fucking beautiful day. But I thought I would share that with you guys. And you know, but that inspired this video and the concept of helping your fellow man in general. So it's not like that's going to be a common occurrence for you guys, but if you get an opportunity and to introduce Mgtow to you know, someone from the general public, a young man like that who could otherwise be fucked over, and who knows, maybe he won't listen to me. Maybe he'll still mess with this bitch, but he'll certainly think twice, because I had enough information, that's for sure. Oh, let me try again. Fly, you're free, like a Mgtow. Watch, it's the same bird from the other video. Anyway, here, I'm gonna go mess with these guys here. Hey, you guys, take off, you're free, like Mgtow. Look at it, look at it, look at it, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. It's like one of those fucking synchronized swimming videos. Anyway, I digressed, but I got another funny story that happened. This was about 2 weeks ago. It's not necessarily a Mgtow thing, but I thought it was pretty damn funny. I had a guy, I had a security guard. Now, now I fix up, I purchase houses, I fix them up and sell them, and I have a storage unit where I keep furniture, things of that nature. And I had there you go, take off, you're free, like a Mgtow. I had one of these security guards fucking come up to me and go, with sort of a kind of a snotty attitude, and say, you know, I wasn't all suited up, you know, I just had, I come from playing basketball, I just had my Adidas on, and he's like, he gets into my business, he's like, oh, can I help you? And and I said, wow, really? Thank you for offering. Yes, I have a bad back and I need to move a few things into the truck. I really appreciate it. I don't really have a bad back, but I bullshitted him. And at that point, you either look like an asshole or you wind up helping me. So this security guard, he proceeded to help me move some furniture into a truck that I have for the next 10 minutes. So that's what happens when you stick your snout in somebody's business. And I don't know, just a funny story. But anyway, you guys, I'll wrap this up here, but help your fellow man. Even if they're not Mgtow, share Mgtow with people, because if they're just from the videos, you know, if they're just finding you on YouTube, that's not enough in my opinion. In my opinion, it needs to be you know, when you get a chance to talk to a new gentleman, and they are not Mgtow clearly, then it is your responsibility to share the cause with them.